the best alternative is definitely to talk to someone, which is way harder than it sounds. But if you have one person you can go to instead of picking up the blade, it makes a world of a difference. And there are also alternative methods, like if you really feel the need to rub an ice cube on the spot that you want to, or color with like a pen or on paper if you can. And I write out my feelings. And then once you just get them out there, it's better. It feels better.
You can make more money, but you can't make more time. All she ever wanted to do was talk to me. I never had time for her. She was just, bored talking to my mom, or didn't have time for her. And I guess I didn't realize how much a mom or a parent can love a child. That we often don't think about what they go through, that the loneliness that maybe a single mom or a single dad really has because they don't have a significant other in their life because they're a single parent. That time we have with them is so precious. Maybe not for you, but for them. I think that's where when I talk about I had to forgive myself, I beat myself up so much when my mom died. I mean, really, I just could not forgive myself. I said, why was I such a jerk? She loved me so much. She's always at my sporting events cheering me on. And after the game, I just blow by her and go with my friends, or just, they love you so much, unconditional, So I really learned about love and how important that is. And, that's something I just don't want to take for granted in my life now.
I feel like one thing that people and even teenagers get confused a lot is that they tease or they make fun of other kids and teenagers for not having a certain thing or not being able to afford a certain thing. But it's like some teenagers and kids don't really pay for anything that they have. So you're teasing someone for something that you didn't even pay for. That's your parents' hard-earned money. And it's like, it's not like it's in their control. And just because a person doesn't have the newest sneakers or the newest designer clothes, it doesn't take away from the person. It could still be a great and amazing person, but you would never know because you're judging that person off of how they're dressed or what they look like. And really, I find that so, it doesn't make sense at all.
Just do it. And struggle to be great, not good enough. And believe is the number one thing. Believe in whatever you're doing. Because I've noticed the amount, I said that earlier, the amount of belief you put into whatever you're doing will determine the amount you receive from what you're doing. Never struggle for good enough. Struggle for greatness. Even if it takes you to sleep 2 hours later than your normal time, do it. Even if it takes you to save up a lot of your money, do it. Even if it takes you sleepless nights, do it. Do whatever you know you can do to get where you want to be. Because success is never easy.
First, it started with just talking to somebody. Then I started going to counseling. Then I started to set those take some action. Because I think a lot of people, the biggest question that I get from people about this is they're like, well, especially Christians, they're like, I prayed about it and it just doesn't go away. And I'm like, okay, where's your plan? Are you doing something intentionally to change? I had to take action steps like setting up content blockers on my phone, talking to people to have accountability, stop listening to certain types of music, stop following certain people on social media, which, most of my friends are like, you're crazy. Why are you doing that? That's too much. You don't need to do all that. I'm like, well, yes, I do, because I want to overcome this. And if I want to overcome this, then I have to take action.
Because a lot of girls are out there doing a lot of random stuff to make themselves feel better. So what I'm asking you to do is to invest in yourself so that you feel better about yourself because of who you are. And that's the difference. So what I want to tell them on a serious note, I think, is to be a go-getter, is to literally just go out and get your goals. And let's talk about the effort that it takes to get a goal done. And let's talk about the effort that it takes to accomplish something special and meaningful. And more importantly, let's talk about the consistency and effort that it takes to get something done. Because I don't know if you remember this from the book, but Future Business Leaders of America, I was the top 10 national finalist as a senior, so at 17. The first time that I competed at the state level, I didn't place at all, literally nothing. So not first, not second, not fifth, not 10th, zero, nothing.
Tackling things head on, don't talk about it. Don't don't talk to others about it, but just go right to the source. I think to me, understanding that it's not about being perfect. It's not about having perfection, but it's about progress. It's understanding the importance of executing with your time, being able to get the most out of every moment. And really just the importance of each other, man. Community is everything. Like, we need each other. And the more we can use each other and share with each other and be a part of the team with each other, the better we are together.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've learned the more we talk and communicate and take off our mask, we realize other people are just like you. And we start to realize that we're all beautifully broken.
Mm-hmm.
Some way, somehow, we've all got stuff.
Honestly, life is very tough. Life is very difficult. But even in the worst days, if you could turn on a light, if you have clothes on your body, you're richer than someone else. And being in and out of the hospital, I've seen kids go from walking in there to my hospital roommate never being able to sit or talk again, as parents like crying. So anytime I was very weak or felt vulnerable or why me and felt petty, I thought of people that had it worse than I, and thought of, instead of why us, what can we do to prevent this, or what can we do to make each other happy? How can we do things to better each other? And it's just one of those things that you can never let it truly get to you, because all the negativity will eat you alive. And if you have negativity in your life, you're just not going to be happy.
I honestly think it was just learning how to do everything that scares the crap out of me. And that's, something I live my life by. I actually have the word fear tattooed across my wrist.
Wow.
And so whenever I look down and if I have an idea, if it scares the crap out of me, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that and like just teaching yourself to just go for it, like you build a lot more confidence, you build a lot more like trust in yourself, and like it teaches you to just be fearless.
Find people who look like you, who come from the same situation as you, who have made it. Because if somebody else has made it, you can make it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not impossible. And then surround yourself with those people. So it's what I did with my YouTube channel, where every day I'm surrounded by Steve Jobs and Oprah Winfrey and Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Kanye West and all these people every day. And slowly what happens is they start to pull you to start thinking like them, to start believing like them. And so whoever your heroes are, be around them as much as possible, right? Steve Jobs, I'm not going to be able to be around. He's passed. I can't do an internship with him. I'm never going to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
But I can still learn from him. And the way that he thought and the way that he ran his business and the way that he believed in himself and his big ideas.